It's 6:03 and I'm calling this meeting to order. Roll call.
Espi Ochoa present.
Nereida Cantu present.
Armin Garza present.
Alda Benavides present.
Mary Hernandez present.
And with that, Dr. Science, I do declare a quorum.
Thank you, Mr. Salinas. Can we please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next up, do we have any public comments, Doc?
Yes, we have one public comment. Dr. Robert Moreira.
Good evening, Dr. Moreira. You'll have 3 minutes to go ahead and do your public comment. Our legal, Mr. Munoz will keep the time. He'll let you know when 1 minute is about so you can start making your closure. At no time will the board be able to answer any of your questions. You may begin when you're ready. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, sir. Again, I'm Dr. Moreira. I have 3 young children that attend La Jolla District Schools. I do want to start off on a bit of a sour note because I find it a bit comical that the school board would begin the meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance when indeed it seems as though you care very little for the rights of parents. I'd like to start off with a question. Why my children, but not everybody else? And the reason I'm asking that question is because you all stood on stage the Wednesday before the first day of school, and you all promised you would follow GA 38, which would not require children to wear masks. Okay? And then suddenly you changed your minds overnight, and my children and all the rest of the children had to wear masks on the first day of school. Okay? I'm wondering why you would do something like that. Okay? What I had to do was I had to become a liar. You forced me to become a liar. I had to go to a doctor's office and ask for a medical excuse because that would be the only way for my children to be able to attend without wearing masks. So as they attended school, without wearing masks, mind you, I started to think, why am I lying why am I allowing the district to make me a liar? So I chose to take a further step and to ask the district to remove that particular excuse and to allow my children to go to school, and I was not going to budge. Okay, after several conversations with Dr. Saenz, as well as with Magda Villarreal, I spoke to several people. Suddenly, the district conceded, and my children have not worn masks since the first day of school, and they currently are not wearing masks, and there is no medical record or medical excuse on file. So I want to ask the question, why do I get this preferential treatment? Why are my sons not, required to wear these masks? And what about other parents? Do they know that they have the option, thank you, that they have the option to petition for their children not to wear masks? But that seems to be taboo. Nobody seems to have an answer to that question. And I don't feel that it's right that I get to make that choice, because I feel like I'm afforded that through the Supreme Court, Texas Supreme Court law and GA 38, and yet the district continues to require masks in schools. Now, mind you, I'm not talking about the efficacy of masks here. What I am talking about is the right of parents to choose what's best for their children. You gave me the right. My children have not worn masks. They have not gotten sick once since the school started. But other parents don't know this, so I want to come on a public forum here, and I want all parents to know that if you don't want your children to wear masks, you can do the same thing that I did. Okay? Apparently, this mask mandate that you all have is not, being enforced. So that's all I have to say, and thank you for your time.
Thank you, sir. Okay, moving on, guys, to the next item, the approval of September 2021 tax collector report. Can I obtain a motion?
So moved.
Have a motion?
Second.
And a second. All those in favor, indicate by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed, motion passes. If I can obtain a motion for the approval of the minutes on team building October the 6th and the 2 special meetings on the 12th and the 18th.
Move to approve items 1, 2, and 3.
I have a motion.
Second.
And a second. All those in favor, indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, motion passes. With that being said, Dr. Saenz, hand it over to
Thank you, Mr. Salinas. The first item on the superintendent's report is the enrollment report dated October 18th, 2021. On this date, we had 10,624 elementary students, 13,441 secondary students, for a total of 24,065 students, which is 2,609 less than student count at this time last year. I do also want to report that as of today, we have 24,235 students, which is 170 students more. And so our students continue to slowly but surely come into our campuses. And I want to thank all of our principals for the work that they continue to do to stay in touch with all our families. Any questions on the enrollment report? The next item is recognition of Director for College Readiness, Ms. Veronica Chavez, for being selected to participate in the TEA Marker Selection Committee. Mr. Martin Munoz, Assistant Superintendent for Curriculum and Instruction, will present this award.
Mr. Board President, Coach Salinas, Madam Superintendent, Dr. Sines, and ladies and gentlemen of the board, on behalf of our district administration, we thank you for giving us the opportunity to use this platform to recognize Ms. Veronica Chavez, our College Readiness Director. Ms. Chavez has been selected to serve in the TEA Marker Selection Committee. This committee will be tasked with reviewing the Texas Education Certification Examinations for Language Arts. Therefore, we would like to recognize publicly Ms. Veronica Chavez for her selection. Congratulations, Ms. Veronica Chavez.
The next item is recognition of campus principals that have increased student enrollment levels close to 2020-2021 school year. Dr. Magda Villarreal, Assistant Superintendent for Student Services, will present this award.
Good afternoon, Mr. School President, Board of Trustees, Dr. Sines, and members of the community. I come before you to recognize several campus principals and their staff for their tremendous efforts to recruit students, hence increasing their enrollment counts. Before I recognize these outstanding campus leaders, I would like to note that all our principals and staff have worked diligently to improve the enrollment and attendance rates. I'm honored to be working alongside our campus leaders and a department willing to give up their time and a given notice to bring in students to educate them. I ask that you join me in recognizing the following campus principals for having the closest student enrollment count compared to last year. The enrollment report utilized was from October 15, 2021. At the elementary level, we have Dr. Cerda with an enrollment of 496. That is 25 less students compared to last year. Congratulations, Dr. Cerda. We also have Ms. Jacqueline Escobedo with an enrollment of 375, which is 33 students less than the previous school year. Congratulations, Ms. Escobedo. At the middle schools, we have Mr. Thomas Ocaña, principal at Ann Richards Middle School, with 722 students. That's 42 students less than last year. Congratulations, Mr. Ocaña. Further, we also have Mr. Jose Garcia from Domingo Treviño with an enrollment of 613. That is 57 students less than last year. Congratulations, Mr. Garcia. Now, for our high schools, we would like to celebrate Mr. Perez from Palmview High School with an enrollment of 1,961, giving the campus 11 more students than last year. Congratulations, Mr. Perez. Last but not least, we would also like to recognize Mr. Domingo Villarreal over at La Jolla Early College High School with an enrollment of 430 students, giving the campus 9 more students compared to last year. Congratulations, Mr. Villarreal. Also, the first week of school, we had a student enrollment of 18,710. As of today, we have an enrollment of 24,235, which is an increase of 5,525 students. Notably, the increase could not have occurred without all the department's collaborative efforts from custodial staff, from transportation, finance, human resources, the CNI team, teachers, and principals. Further, I would like to humbly express our gratitude to our parents for entrusting their children's well-being and education to us, and also to all of you all, Board of Trustees, for all the support that you give us. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Villarreal. Next, we have recognition of 2022 Region 1 Regional Secondary Teacher of the Year, Maria M. Reina. Ms. Yvonne Ayala, Assistant Superintendent for Human Resources, will present this award.
Good evening, Mr. Board President, members of the board, Dr. Sines, and our community. It is my honor to recognize Ms. Maria Reina, math teacher at the Academy of Health Science and Professions in STEM, for being selected as the 2022 Region 1 Secondary Regional Teacher of the Year. The Texas Teacher of the Year is the highest honor the state of Texas can bestow upon a teacher. This recognition acknowledges and rewards teachers who have demonstrated outstanding leadership and excellence in teaching. Each year, the official District Elementary and Secondary Teacher of the Year is eligible to advance to the regional and state level. And once again, we'd like to congratulate and recognize Ms. Maria Reina at the La Jolla ISD Secondary Teacher of the Year for being selected as a Region 1 2022 Secondary Teacher of the Year. Here we have a picture of Ms. Reina at the Region 1 Award ceremony being presented, her award, and some words of advice that she has for her fellow teachers. She says, keep moving forward and never give up. This season too shall pass, and we are all Teachers of the Year because we have proven that we are working for a greater good and can adapt to the hardest of challenges. We know that the show must go on, and even though we are living in unprecedented times, we must never give up. So once again, to Ms. Maria Reina, we say congratulations.
Thank you, Ms. Ayala. Next, we have recognition of Outstanding Service Award for Teachers for the month of October 2021.
Thank you, Dr. Sines. La Jolla ISD prides itself in providing educational excellence for each of our students. We were able to do so because of the exceptional teachers we have in our district. This evening, we would like to recognize 3 of our outstanding teachers who serve our elementary students. Each principal nominated 1 teacher from their campus. These teachers are individuals who demonstrate exceptional instructional talent, are actively involved in the community, possess the respect of all of the members of the school, and have an engaging and inspiring presence in the classroom. A committee comprised of different individuals from various departments in our district made a final selection. We say thank you and would like to recognize these Outstanding Service Award recipients. From Area 1, At Corina Peña Elementary, being led by Ms. Clarita Fagutat, principal, we have Ms. Myra Salinas, fourth grade teacher at the campus. Her principal shares with us and says, Mrs. Salinas' level of engagement is not limited to the classroom, but also to the students' families she teaches. Mrs. Salinas is empathetic. She treats each student as an individual and is understanding. She takes time to learn what could be going on in a student's life and is observant to any changes she may see in them. Mrs. Salinas is why, and her mantra is, it's all for the students. So once again, we would like to recognize the Outstanding Service Award recipient for Area 1, Ms. Myra Salinas. For Area 2, from the Head Start program located at Seguin Elementary, led by Ms. Yesenia Gonzalez, we have Ms. Isabel Gomez. Her principal shares with us and says, Ms. Gomez is a La Joya ISD diamond. Eager for her students to develop a love to read and write, she has found an online publishing company which has provided Ms. Gomez with a publishing kit. Her 4-year-old students wrote about 2 topics, When I Grow Up and Kindness. Ms. Gomez and her students are anxiously awaiting a copy of their book to have in their own classroom library. Ms. Gomez is a teacher her past, present, and future students will not forget. So once again, congratulations to Ms. Isabel Gomez, Outstanding Service Award recipient for Area 2. And for Area 3, from Lloyd Benson Elementary, led by Ms. Hilda Mendoza. Our Outstanding Service Award recipient is Ms. Ana Sanchez, 4th grade teacher. Her principal shares with us and says, Ms. Sanchez is a team player who embraces new challenges, especially now during unprecedented times. She assists her team and the rest of her colleagues to excel with new and innovative technology applications. She focuses her energy on providing support for both students and staff so that they are able to reach their highest potential. Mrs. Gonzalez's goal is to have all students at Benson Elementary shine bright. So once again, congratulations to the Outstanding Service Award recipient for Area 3, Ms. Ana Sanchez. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Ayala, and congratulations to all our teachers. The next item in the superintendent's report is announcement of school board member continuing education end-of-year report. Annually, the district shall announce the names of each board member who has completed the required continuing education, who has exceeded the required hours of continuing education, and who is deficient in the required continuing education. The president shall cause the minutes to reflect this information. In addition, the Texas Education Agency may request evidence at any time of board member compliance with the continuing education rule. Failure of one or more board members to comply with the rule can affect a district's accreditation status. I will now read our board members' names and hours completed. Dr. Nereida Cantu, cybersecurity meets the hours. Child abuse prevention training meets. Update to the Texas Education Code meets the hours required. Senate Bill 1566, evaluating and improving student outcome hours, meets. Team building, deficient. Additional hours, deficient. Esperanza Espi Ochoa, cybersecurity, meets. Child abuse prevention training, meets. Update to the Texas Education Code, meets. Senate Bill 1516, evaluating and improving student outcomes, meets. Team building, meets. Additional hours, exceeds. Mary T. Hernandez, cybersecurity, meets. Child abuse prevention training, meets. Update to the Texas Education Code, meets. Senate Bill 1566, evaluating and improving student outcomes, meets. Team building, meets. Additional hours, exceeds. Dr. Alda T. Benavides, cybersecurity, meets. Child abuse prevention training, meets. Update to the Texas Education Code, meets. Senate Bill 1566, evaluating and improving student outcome hours, meets. Team building, meets. Additional hours, exceeds. Admin Garza, cybersecurity, meets. Child abuse prevention, deficient. Update to the Texas Education Code, deficient. Senate Bill 1566, evaluating and improving student outcome hours, meets. Team building, meets. Additional hours, exceeds. Oscar Salinas, cybersecurity, deficient. Child abuse prevention training, deficient. Update to the Texas Education Code, meets. Senate Bill 1566, evaluating and improving student outcomes, meets. Team building, meets. Additional hours, deficient. Alejandro Cantu, cybersecurity, deficient. Child abuse prevention training, meets. Update to the Texas Education Code, meets. Senate Bill 1566, evaluating and improving student outcome hours, meets. Team building, deficient. Additional hours, deficient. Thank you, Mr. Board President. That concludes that report, and that concludes the superintendent's report.
Thank you, Doctor. Okay, moving on to the next one, being discussion on items. Item number 1, discussion of bilingual education exception waiver application for the 21-22 school year.
Good afternoon, Mr. President, members of the board, Dr. Sines. Today's item of discussion is on bilingual exceptions and ESL waiver application. My name is Irma Zuniga, the Bilingual ESL Director. Wanted to share with you just the process that every district in the state of Texas, charter school or innovative district has to go through when it comes to certification for teachers. And so really this is a process that we undertake every year as a district. And it has to do with, do we have enough certified teachers to serve our English learners? And so one of the things that we are tasked to do as a district is to move this slide here. Here we go. There you go. Okay, so one of the things that is a program requirement is that because we are identifying our English learners, we must also serve them with the required either bilingual program or an English as a second language ESL program. And with this requirement, and task our district to look at our state approved programs, which at our district we have our dual language program, immersion program here at the elementary level. And so when we have these type of programs at our districts, we must ensure that our teachers are not only content grade level certified, but they are also bilingual, they have their bilingual certificate. At a secondary level within our secondary level, we look at our ESL program. That is the program that we have at our district. This program, our teachers in ELA are the ones that are required to be ESL certified. Okay, so when we look at those programs as a district, we need to ensure that we have certified teachers. Anytime that we don't have a certified teacher, we need to make sure that then this application must be filed. Either a bilingual exception if we don't have enough certified teachers for a bilingual program, or an ESL waiver if we don't have enough ESL certified teachers. 3 weeks ago, I want to report to you, in working collaboratively with the Human Resource Department and the Special Ed Department, we identified a couple of campuses, 4 campuses, that we were in that situation. We had, of course, identified special education unit classrooms that were servicing our English learners, yet we did not have bilingually certified teachers. There were vacancies that we had. And so we went ahead and held several meetings, worked again collaboratively with HR, and looking at all of our certified teachers at the district. We found 597 teachers that we do have certified at the district. And so we were able to accommodate and find those teachers necessary to serve the students. And so we wanted to share with you the process that every year we must take as a district. In the event that we didn't find those teachers, then we have till November the 1st to apply to TEA for an exemption for a bilingual program or an ESL waiver to our program. And so what are the implications of that? When we do file as a district, either an exemption for bilingual or an ESL waiver, then we must make sure that we describe to TEA what alternative program are we going to offer to the students so that we make sure that we not only meet their affective but linguistic and academic and cognitive needs. A description of what are going to be our recruiting activities as a district to make sure that we have those teachers in those programs serving our students. We also have to make sure that we report the number of teachers that we are filing this exception for or ESL waiver for, and that we develop a comprehensive development plan, professional development plan, so that we can make sure that we meet the needs of the students and the teachers needed in these programs. With that said, in developing this program, we must expand or spend 10% of a bilingual allotment as a district so that we make sure we find those teachers and we recruit those teachers. But we are happy to report that we found our teachers necessary to serve our students as needed. And so we wanted to make sure that we shared the process that next year again, we will be doing the same thing, making sure that we find the appropriate teachers for our program. Any questions?
I don't have a question, just a comment. While I would like to commend the staff who worked on it, I would like to encourage you that in the future we don't wait this long to have classrooms without teachers.
Yes, ma'am.
It's very important that that be a high priority and our classrooms have the teachers, especially when they were in our own backyard and we have the certified teachers in the district. So
yes, ma'am.
Just keep that in mind.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Next up, number 2 under discussion of the district's participation in Region 1 ESC project pathways aligned to health science and Region 1 ESF Gear Up pathways to the future.
Good evening, Mr. Board President, members of the board, Dr. Science. I am Veronica Chavez, and I'm the College Readiness Director. And thank you for the opportunity to present 2 wonderful, phenomenal grant opportunities that our school district is going to receive through Region 1. One of them is called PATHS, and the other one is the Region 1 Gear Up Pathways to the Future grant. So 2 different grants, both targeting college readiness for students. The first one, PATHS, the PATHS project, this will be PATHS Project 3. You'll see some information on PATHS Project 2, and as more information is being released, we'll provide more to you. But Pathways 3, the PATHS 3 project, was basically allotted to 10 different districts across the valley. You'll see the list of the districts there. Through this PATHS project, what we're going to be able to do is provide our school district will be provided with an understanding of what our students need in order to go into the health and science pathway when they get to college. They're going to be able to have extracurricular activities. They're going to have all the support from a young age all the way up to high school so that we can enable them to grow in the area of the health and science industry. This is a project that's funded for 1 more year through TEA, and there's going to be a lot of different partnerships with different agencies, such as Region 1, the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley, Doctors Hospital at Renaissance. STC is going to be included in there as well, Science Pharmacy, the Health Science Institute at Renaissance, and Performance Therapeutics. The PATHS 2 is now going to be PATHS 3. It's going to be servicing 3 different campuses. The high school will be Academy of Health Science Professions. Memorial Middle School, and also Camarena Elementary School. And basically, students are going to be able to participate in all these activities from a young age all the way till they get up until high school. The Path 3 project, and you'll see pictures here of what Path 2 entailed. It'll be the same thing for Path 3. They haven't released pictures because we're already starting, but you'll see what it is. They're going to align their curricula in targeted areas of study, and so that a student will have a seamless path from a young age being exposed to these health and science careers all the way until they get to college. Students are going to have mentoring and work-based industry experiences. They're going to be mentored through cyber mentoring, through the DHR hospital, and there's going to be an academy, so they're going to provide all the support for our educators to be able to service our students and give them the best pathway to those health and science careers. These are some of the Project 2 activities that they had, and you're going to see the same things happening with Project 3. They had the Pathfinder Academy. Our elementary students are going to participate in that, and I provided a link in case you wanted to go in there and see videos. There is a student conference, and basically DHR is going to bring health educators in, and they're going to be introducing all the different types of healthcare careers to students. And there'll be cyber mentoring. So imagine an opportunity to speak to a doctor, a nurse, a phlebotomist, who will walk you through their entire day, and so that you can see what it's like to be in those different careers. The next one is the Gear Up grant, Pathways to the Future. And this one, I'm sorry it's not showing up correctly up there, but the Gear Up grants that we're going to be receiving will be for Memorial Middle School, Garcia Middle School, and Chavez Middle School. And this is going to be serving the 7th grade students in those particular campuses, and they will eventually feed into Pondview High School. We currently do have another 2 sets of grants with Gear Up. We're servicing Juarez Lincoln students, all 10th grade students. And at the UTRGV Gear Up grant, we have the students at Juarez Lincoln High School and La Jolla High School who are currently in 11th grade. And they receive those same types of supports through these different grants as well. The idea is to increase the cohort of students, increase academic performance, increase the rate of students going into college and getting ready for college and career. Through this Gear Up grant, there's going to be a lot of different opportunities for students to grow in their awareness and their readiness to participate in undergraduate programs such as summer bridge programs, on-campus and online tutoring, college and career coaching, parent and family advising, STEM and computer science workshops, parent-family engagement workshops, and then, of course, all the support that they need to pass their college entrance exams, such as the TSI, SAT, and ACT. And along with that comes a lot of professional development for our teachers so that they can better serve students in these different areas. Any questions?
Will they still allow other teachers, when there's training, will they still allow other teachers from other schools that are not part of the grant to participate like they have before?
And for this particular grant and the one that we currently have, they only want the teachers from that particular cohort. So it's 11th grade teachers, for example, 10th grade teachers. In this case, it'll be 7th grade teachers. They will have this grant for the duration of 7 years. So this grant is going to follow students from 7th grade all the way up until their first year of college. And they will have a Gear Up coordinator at the campus, a site-based coordinator whose sole focus is to ensure that these students are college ready and they have all the support that they need so that they're aware of what they need to do to get to where they want to be when they grow up.
Is that coordinator still required to be a counselor?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
And how were those 3 middle schools selected?
They selected them based on demographics. As a matter of fact, our district is one of very few districts in the state of Texas that received this grant, and they based it off of the demographics. They felt that our schools, our students needed the support, and they're here to come back. We've had them for many years, and we're one of the districts who has had Gear Up, returning for many years, and so we're happy for that right now too.
Well, it's in the right hands, so thank you, Ms. Chavez. I know you'll do a great job with these new projects.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Ms. Chavez, just thank you so much, and congratulations too on spearheading everything and tonight's recognition.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Chavez.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, moving on to the next one under discussion items. Number 3, discussion and update of the Facilities Department construction projects.
Sorry, they rearranged the icons here, I couldn't find it. Good evening, Mr. Board President, Dr. Science, members of the board, and the community. I wanted to provide an update on the progress of our construction projects, starting with the Palmview High School cooling towers. The engineer, the contractor has a date of October 29th to set the temporary chillers in order to have adequate HVAC conditions inside the building throughout the construction process.
Excuse me, Mr. Villarreal, where you had it before, we were seeing it on our screen. Maybe it was not on there, but we did have it on our screen.
It's because it was...
Just
okay.
so you can go back to where you were.
Yeah, it's 'cause
we are seeing it here.
Okay, sorry about that.
Just so you know.
There it is. Again, so I can start all over again. The contractor has a date of October 29th to set the temporary chillers in order to provide adequate ventilation and HVAC conditions inside the building throughout the construction process. The demolition of the existing towers will take place shortly thereafter. The contractor is scheduled to install new cooling towers on November 19th, 2021, and this project is approximately 50% complete and is scheduled for substantial completion by December 21st, 2021. The next project we have is Kika de la Garza roof and interior renovations. On the exterior, the new roof installation is in progress and is approximately 45% complete. The metal coping and downspouts are also being installed at this time. In the interior, the demolition of the VCT flooring has begun and is ready for new floor tile. The contractor has begun to install new drywall and insulation. Overall, this project is 55% complete and is scheduled to be completed by December 2021. Next project we have is FLORES roof and interior renovations. On the exterior, the roof gravel has been removed and is ready to receive new roofing material, which is scheduled for installation next week. The asbestos abatement on the VCT flooring is scheduled to begin later this week and should be complete by early November. The extra flooring and wall paint that was approved by the Board of Trustees on Monday, October 18th, 2021, has been ordered. The contractor has ordered all the interior VCT flooring and will begin with the installation as soon as the abatement is complete. This project is approximately 30% complete and is scheduled to be completed by December 2021. The next project is the Juarez-Lincoln High School drainage improvements. The excavation work activity has been ongoing. Approximately 1,550 feet of pilot channel ditch excavation has been completed. Once the proposed swales are complete, the contractor will begin to work on slopes and shaping of the ditches. Overall, this project is approximately 35% complete and is also scheduled for substantial completion in December 2021. At Benavides Elementary roof and interior renovations. On the exterior, the main roof is 98% complete. The metal coping and sculpture trimming is ongoing. The lower roof is also 98% complete. The metal wall panel replacement is 60% complete. Exterior brick joint caulking and sealing has commenced. In the interior, the wall studs are patched and repaired, and gypsum board panels are being installed. The contractor has ordered the approved colors
paint colors and material in order to start with the installation. This project is approximately 75% complete. And those are all the construction process we have right now. Any questions?
Thank you, Mr. Villarreal, for the update. Really appreciate that. On the completion for Benavides Elementary, do you have a scheduled date? We didn't get that one.
Yeah, I didn't put it there, but it's also for December 2021.
Thank you so much.
Anybody else, guys? Thank you, Mr. Villarreal.
Thank you.
All right, moving on, guys, to the next B, consent agenda. Back in the motion.
So moved.
I have a motion
Second.
and a second. All those in favor, indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passes. And we come back under letter A, contracts number 3, Central Texas Purchasing Alliance Resolution 2021-11 and interlocal participant agreement.
So move.
I have a motion
Second.
and a second. All those in favor, indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passes. Number 4 under contracts, discussion and possible board action to adopt first amended and restated agreement on the appraisal value limitation for qualified property pursuant to the Chapter 313 on the Texas Property Tax Code with the La Jolla Wind Power LLC, Texas, comptroller file number 1356. And I take a motion.
So moved.
I have a motion. I'll second that. All those in favor, indicate by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed? Motion passes. Under number 5, discussion and possible action regarding contract between La Jolla ISD and the Lincoln Tax Attorney.
I motion to authorize district to give notice of non-renewal to tax collector.
Okay, I'll second that, Mr. Garcia. All those in favor, indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion passes. Under number 6, discussion and possible action to authorize administration to negotiate with the firm and conduct delinquent taxes services, including legal.
I also move to solicit requests for qualifications.
Second.
And also, okay, there you go. I have a motion, a first and a second. All those indicating by saying aye. In favor? Aye. Those opposed? Motion passes. Under letter B, bids. Number 4, approval to rescind previous board action for special education related and appraisal related services, CSP 2021-52.
So moved.
I'll second. All those in favor indicating by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed? Motion passes. Under letter B, bids. Number 5, approval to reject school buses through purchasing cooperative quotation 2022-823.
So moved.
I'll second that. All those in favor indicate by saying aye, guys. Aye. Those opposed? Motion passes. Under letter C, business and finance, approval on application and certificate of payment for contractor's fee number 3 for La Jolla ISD Rosendo Benavides Elementary Roof Renovation Project.
I motion to approve items 1 through 7.
I have a motion by Mr. Garza, and I'll second that. All those in favor indicate by saying aye. Items 1 through 7, guys. All those opposed? Motion passes. And we move on to letter E, Human Resources, approval of the stipends for special education, self-contained social adjustment unit, and early childhood special education teachers.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed? Motion passes. Under letter E, number 2, approval of the local policy for facilities construction.
So moved. Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passes. Under letter E, Human Resources, number 3, Texas Teacher Evaluation and Support System, T-Test Appraisers.
So moved.
I have a motion. Can I take that second from Mr. Ochoa? I have a motion and a second. All those in favor by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed? Motion passes. At this time, it is 6:47, and under sections codes 551071, 551072, and 551074, we're into executive session. Okay, it's 8:01, and we are out of executive session.
I'd like to propose a motion to approve items 1 through 5 as discussed in executive session.
I have a motion
Second.
and a second. All those in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed? Motion passes. And at this time, at 8:02, meeting is adjourned.